Okay, we'll call to order the meeting of the Ellettsville Plan Commission for Thursday, October 2nd, 2025. Steve, would you listen to the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Renee, roll call, please.
David Drake.
Here.
Dan Swafford.
Here.
Steve Hale.
Here.
Zach Michael. Pamela Samuels. Here. Brian Skaggs. Pat Wessolowski.
Here.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is approval of the minutes for the August 7th meeting.
Motion to approve. Second.
Well, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We have no old business. Oh, we have a monthly conflict of interest statement. Does anyone have a conflict of interest on our items on the agenda tonight? Seeing none, our first item of new business is the voluntary annexation of 5711 North Union Valley Road. 3 parcels totaling 71.93 acres. The petitioners are Michael and Megan Ripley. Case number PC 25-25. Denise.
Good evening. Before you is a petition by Michael and Megan Ripley to voluntarily annex 3 parcels totaling approximately 71.93 acres of land. Subject parcels are located at 5711 North Union Valley Road, 4601 West McNeely Street, and 4.10 acres, parcel number 53-04-100-010.000-011, and upon annexation, we will assign an address to that parcel. This is a super voluntary annexation, and contiguity of the parcels are as follows. 5711 North Union Valley Road is 20% contiguous. The 4.10 acres is 49% contiguous, and 4601 West McNeely Street is 34% contiguous to the town of Ellettsville, and 100% of the property owners are parties to the petition. The properties are currently zoned agricultural residential, AGR, by Monroe County, and are recommended to be designated as agricultural AG upon annexation. Properties will be located in Council Ward 3. The Plan Commission's action shall be in the form of a favorable, unfavorable, or no recommendation Town Council, which takes final action on the annexation petition. Staff recommends a favorable recommendation be forwarded to Town Council with a recommended zoning of agricultural AG for all 3 parcels upon annexation, and petitioners are present if you have any questions.
Does anyone from the Plan Commission have any questions for Denise? Seeing none, does the petitioner want to say anything?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So let me just say something. So on this screen is the order of the parcels to be annexed. The largest parcel come in first, smallest, which is the 4.10 acres, second, and the other parcel will be third. And this is the zoning, surrounding zoning for the town. That's all.
Okay. Before we open this up for public comment, just let me make sure that everyone understands if anyone is wanting to comment about this. Right now, this is just an annexation of the property into the town limits. It's going to have the same zoning in the town that it had previously in the county. We do not know at this point if there are any future plans for the owners of this property to do anything with it. But once they have future plans, if they have any, they will have to come back to the Plan Commission and then the Town Council to have the property rezoned if they wish to use it for a different use. So all we're doing right now is annexing this into the town limits, and that's it. So, is there anyone from the public who wants to comment on this petition? If so, you have 3 minutes. Come on up and tell us your name and sign in. No,
Okay. The name is Jim Perry. I just have a question. Maybe Denise can address it, but you said it's agricultural residential county, but then you said if it comes into this town, it would be agricultural. Is there a difference?
It's just zoning districts. Monroe County calls their agricultural residential AGR, and we just call it agricultural.
So what does that mean, though, in terms of the zoning?
Okay,
Because obviously residential is in the county, but it doesn't say residential in the town.
well.
You said agricultural, so is it agricultural land solely, or is there prospect for some mix?
It's zoned agricultural, which includes residential. We just don't call it agricultural residential.
Okay. But as you say, there would have to be a proposal for the use of the property.
for other than agricultural in our zone. Does that,
So
what kind
if
of,
there were a proposal that came forward for residential, that would be, it would be sustained for that.
So if somebody, say, purchased it, or if the petitioners decided to change the zoning, they would have to petition the Plan Commission for a recommendation to Town Council, and then Town Council would be the final authority on any rezone.
Yeah, but
I
if it's,
think-
if it permits residential, then there would be no
I-
need for rezoning if somebody came forward with a residential proposal.
how much residential does the county allow in agricultural residential?
Well, in Ellettsville, I don't know about the county, but in Ellettsville, it's a minimum of 2 acres to be, 2-acre parcels to be considered residential.
And that means what?
I mean, for residents to be, residential be allowed in agricultural.
In other words, they would have to have 2-acre lots if they wanted to make this make it residential in an agricultural zone.
Oh, okay.
Each lot would have to be 2 acres,
Minimum.
minimum.
Correct.
I just wanted a clarification on that. But
Okay.
Okay.
do we have any process for evaluating the consequences of even a voluntary annexation?
Well, we
Let's
do,
say we were to annex something that would cost the town, commit the town to $1 million a year public expenses.
yes,
I
that's all
assume
figured
That
out.
would be undesirable.
That's all figured out beforehand, and that's part of,
So that's part of the process.
it is
that
part of the
takes place.
process, yes. To figure out how much,
And do we have that analysis?
Yes,
We
we do
do.
a fiscal plan.
A fiscal plan?
Yes. Time's up.
okay. It's all written down in the documents that if you don't have a copy of it, she can get you
These
one.
documents?
I can't see what you've got there.
I have what was sent to the homeowner.
Well, it's on the town's website. It's the fiscal plan that's on the town's website.
So we'd have to go to the town website to understand the public costs
Yes.
or benefits. What's the net?
I don't believe there is any additional cost.
Our
at this
fiscal
point in
plan
time.
covers if there's any increase on taxes, which is minute because he's bringing in agricultural, and there's not a tax increase when you bring in agricultural.
But there is an assessment, and the assessment would shift from the county to the town?
Yes, but I mean,
So
it's
that's a
very
positive-
minute.
that's a positive.
It is, but it's very minor
Yeah.
because it's of the zoning.
But it
Where-
also doesn't cost us anything at this point.
And where on the town website is that listed?
It's on the home page at the bottom for recent news.
Okay, good, thank you. Name is down here. You need anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Thank you.
Was there anybody else? Come on up.
My name's Richard Dillman. I just have 2 or 3 questions. Dillman. Who's going to take care of the McNeely Street from this point on if it's accepted?
So when we annex properties into town, we also annex the streets.
And will McNeely Street be annexed?
It'll come into the town inventory, yes, that portion.
The whole street?
Oh,
That
no.
portion, just
Only
the portion
Just that
annexed.
portion?
Only
Okay.
the portions that are adjacent to the property being annexed.
Okay. And the road, so in other words, everybody that lives across McNeely Street that borders this annexation are now bordering the city limits if this is accepted, is that correct?
Yes, the
Yes.
town
Okay.
limits.
Okay. Does the town have any future plans on annexing all of your open spots? If you look at GIS now, you guys have got a lot of.
We do, but the state has made it virtually impossible to involuntarily annex areas.
And that's
So we
good.
can only take voluntary annexations. I mean, it's possible, but it's extremely difficult to
Okay,
do.
and that's just a question. And the other question I had, I've always wanted to ask this. What's the tax difference? If you're annexed into the city of Ellettsville, how much more do you have to pay for taxes?
I don't know. off the
That's
top
a
of my
hard one to
head.
calculate.
I know, but
There's a lot of
isn't there a
factors.
benchmark of like maybe 30 cents a thousand or something like that on assessment?
It
No,
said,
No.
on the paper, it says the effective annexation, the estimated tax rate increases from 0.5673 to 0.5645 for 25, 26. So
That's a number nobody probably knows. And the only other question I had is if, let's say Mr. Ripley or someone else comes before the town council to ask for a rezone, you would then have to notify
Yes,
all of the people like you did this time?
yes.
Okay,
process would start.
that's all I know. I understand exactly why he's doing it because I've tried to deal with the county too.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sorry I got here late, so you may have already answered I have a couple simple questions. Our land borders the...
excuse me, sir. Can you
I'm
state
Jim
your name?
Calley,
Callie?
Jim Calley, Calli, 5745 Union Valley Road. We've been there about 25 years. And our property, in a small part, borders on that northeast, that most northeast section. So the question I have is, with annexation, how do the zoning laws change? It's currently 2.58, it's currently 2.
You need to stand back a little bit from it, just,
It's currently 2.5, it's currently 2.5 acres out there, and it's been that way for a while. So what changes if that is annexed? What changes in that?
It doesn't really change much of anything currently. The county has it zoned as agricultural, and we are zoning it as agricultural.
Okay, so even if that's annexed, it's still zoned agricultural?
yes.
Yes.
And how would that?
Currently.
So then there wouldn't automatically be sewers, plumbing, et cetera, out there. It would stay
No,
as
right.
is now.
Right.
So how would someone subsequently be able to change that to rural? Would
They have to
go
come back
through
for-
the same process?
They have to come back for a rezoning,
Okay.
which comes back to
Okay, so currently, if this passes through, it'll still be 2.5 acres for a dwelling unit?
two under our code, but
Two?
two under our code.
Yeah.
Okay, two under the, so it'd still be 2 acres for that, okay. That was my question, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay, seeing none, I will make a motion that we forward case number PC 25-25 to the town council with a favorable recommendation.
Second.
Pick one.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Renee, roll call, please.
David Drake,
Yes.
Dan Swafford,
Yes.
Steve Hale,
Yes.
Pamela Samples,
Yes.
Pat Wessolowski.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you.
The next item on our agenda is Resolution 03-2025, a resolution of the Ellettsville Plan Commission approving a declaratory resolution of the Ellettsville Redevelopment Commission to amend the Ellettsville Riverfront Economic Development District. This is case number 2025-24.
The board will recall that last year the town established a redevelopment commission and a board, and in December, the redevelopment commission passed 2 resolutions to establish 2 economic development areas in the town. One is the riverfront, one's the west side. You will also recall that under the Indiana Code, once the redevelopment commission passes a resolution to establish an economic development area, the code requires it to come before the Plan Commission for your consideration, then it goes to council, and then it finally comes back to the redevelopment commission for a public hearing and for confirmation of that resolution to establish economic development districts. So, in December of last year, the RDC passed 2 resolutions. They came before the Plan Commission, Town Council. In February, the Redevelopment Commission confirmed their resolution. When it went to the auditor's office, when I say the resolution, that includes plat maps showing the parcels to be included in the economic development districts and the legal descriptions. The auditor found some inconsistencies. There were over 100 parcels in the riverfront district, and the auditor found some inconsistencies. By that I mean she found that there were some parcels that were described in the legal description but were not included on the plat map, and vice versa. There were properties on the plat map that weren't included in the legal. So we circled back around to Bynum Faneuil. They corrected that, and under the Indiana Code, we have to start all over again. So in order to amend the riverfront district. So in August, the Redevelopment Commission passed a resolution to amend the downtown or the riverfront district. This is step 2. It now comes before you for your review and hopefully approval. If you approve it, it goes to the Plan Commission, and then it should come back to the RDC in November. This is just on the downtown or the riverfront district. The west side economic development area is not going to be changed. And the fact that there were discrepancies did not prevent an economic development district from being established for either the downtown or the west side area. If you go to Elevate and you start looking at properties in Ellettsville, you can see there's been established the west side economic development area and the riverfront. We're just clarifying these few parcels here to make sure they get included as well.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Darla?
Okay. On this map right here, okay, like where it says Park Street. On the long thing sticking out.
Okay?
Okay, so how far does that go? Like, what's this at the end here? Like, where Park Street's down by the ballpark.
Right.
Okay, so what, like, see how it angles out, you know, goes down, then kind of, what is that down there?
That includes the Township Trustee's office.
Okay, so that's as far as it goes, basically, the town?
Yes, in that direction. And it looks funny because they can't, when you take the map and you kind of flatten it out, it looks odd like that. That's, whole area there is the Township Trustee's office.
Okay, so it don't go really no further than that?
No, I mean, it has to be still within the limits of the town.
Okay.
Is that with all the ball fields and stuff?
Good question. I don't know exactly where the ball fields are, so I don't know.
I'll look it up on the GIS. Well,
They're in
I'll
between the
make-
trustee's office.
it doesn't go as far as I'm at.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm wanting to know. You answered it right there.
I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
I asked if it went as far as where I'm at, where I live.
Okay, any more questions?
Yeah, I got one. I live right by the ballparks. Could they come in and, I say they, anybody or the town come in and wipe the houses out, put commercial in?
Well, what the redevelopment commission has pretty broad powers under the statutes. So they could theoretically work with a commercial developer to put in commercial properties. And they could give them grants or something along those lines to encourage the development.
That don't
I
sound
don't-
very good.
Well, I don't think that's in the works anytime soon, but, I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but we don't know.
you don't.
I think, Darla, we
Is there
have,
something we can put in there that they can't do that?
I think.
They can't take housing out?
Well, can I ask Darla something real quick? So when we came up with the TIF districts, we had to create a list of items that we would spend money on. And what you just asked wasn't one of those things.
Correct. So if they wanted to, if they wanted to, meaning the RDC wanted to change the economic development plan, that's one of those things that they would have to start all over again. The economic plan right now is just to do basic, what I call maintenance types of things, sidewalks, sewers, installation of utilities, parks, that kind of thing. There's no plan yet to do any major commercial development or work with developers to get commercial developments in there.
So that would have to come back to the other commissioner, then to us?
Correct. The
And then to
RDC
the town council?
Correct. If they wanted to amend the development plan, they would have to do that. This plan that goes with this proposal is the same as it was in the other proposal.
Okay, anybody else? Is there any public comment? Seeing none, I will make a motion that we approve resolution or adopt resolution 03-2025 PC under case number 2025-24.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
David Drake,
Yes?
Dan Swafford,
Yes.
Steve Hale,
Yes.
Pamela Samples,
Yes.
and Pat Wessolowski.
No.
Okay, does that mean it doesn't pass?
No, there was 4 in favor, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Four's your quorum.
My math
Four's
is not...
your,
Well, I
four's your
confused him earlier.
Yeah.
base.
Okay, planning department update.
Next meeting, let's try there, is November 6th, and you will have new business.
Privilege of the floor. Is there anyone in the audience that wants to address us on something that wasn't in our agenda? Seeing none, are there any planning commission comments? Seeing none, we're adjourned.
6:25.